Honestly, I feel like I'm going for Execration this time.
I'm not sure if Natsume's style of play would actually fit onto a Dazzle. He seems more comfortable on those very hard carries.
Yeah, very farm intensive heroes, and of course Mac will be on his favorite Dazzle. Either like, even though he's not at mid, but he's still on his favorite hero. And Boomy, looking to be very aggressive here with pairing with Ninja Boogie.
Oh, Tiny Bane, very strong combination together. You got awesome setup, and then the Bane, you can't trade with the Bane at all. Really try and go for Yaha. It looks like he might just be able to get away. He needs a little bit more movement speed, and arrow comes flying and ends up hitting that Tiny. And now with 3 heroes, it's going to be first blood. Boomy going to be giving a kill away over to Palos.
Huge rotation from Execration. They would really want to get a hold on their bounty rune so that they don't get Natsumi too good of a start. I mean, we have said that Alchemist is really good, but their drop is a little bit greedy though. They have to pull off this Dazzle side lane and Anima side lane to be working out to buy time for the Alchemist. If they lose their lane, then no one will be able to protect Alchemist while he's farming the jungle.
So looking at the lanes, we have to consider what lanes are most crucial here when you're trying to set up for the Alchemist lane. Like, are they trying to win the lanes? Will they be going for hyper-aggression through ganks? Or are they going to play a little bit more passively just to ensure that everyone gets all the farm going into that mid-game?
I think most of the time when you are playing a lineup that has Alchemist or Anti-Mage, you want to make sure that your side lanes win. So they are aggressive, they are strong enough and aggressive enough to buy time for the Alchemist. And in this situation, I really want to see they put emphasis on the Enigma or the Dazzle to make sure that they have a good lane so that they can pressure towers and buy time aggressively for the Alchemist.
And clearly, Execration, they know that the Alchemist lineup will blow up at 20 minutes if they don't do anything about it. So what's the goal here? How important is it for Ben-Hur to start roaming around on this Mirana? Would we be looking for map control? Would he be just looking to close down the jungle by ganking and applying pressure, putting wards down? Like, what are we expecting here for Execration to shut down the Alchemist?
I think first of all, Ben-Hur, he needs to make sure that he has a pretty decent lane and gets his early level on, try to get a hold on the bounty runes at 4 minutes or 6 minutes, and then make a move to either of the side lanes. And if you're talking about priority, I think bottom lane is still priority. You want to make sure that you bring down the tier 1 tower first so that you get access to the triangle of Radiant side and make sure that Alchemists do not get to just AFK at the Ancient and farm all the Ancient by every minute.
It looks like we're getting a lot of action down here. Lots of pressure being applied by Execration, and rightly so. This is the lane that that Adroit really want to get going. And Natsume's doing okay. He's not dying or anything, but he's hanging on. He's just getting that CS wherever possible. Now, considering this is a tri-lane, what's the top lane situation for Execration? Are they fine with the one-on-one matchup, or do they actually need to pressure that top lane as well?
Well, I think Anima is going to go off his lane pretty well. Look at him, 7 last hit, 7 and 7 already against BHM Pangolier. He's gonna get, you know, all the aura items he wants, get a Necromonicon early, and then start pushing towers, and then make this top lane a dead lane. And once he's able to achieve that, he'll be able to buy Alchemist a lot of space because Execration has to deal with Anima at one point. Otherwise, his Eidolons and Necro units are just going to tear down towers.
Looks like for now, Dazzle was actually going to be leading the CS chart along with that PL. They're going to try and go for Natsume, and look at where's the support. Ninja Boogie, he's going to try and come in. Nightmare goes down. It won't be enough to kill off the Alchemist, so he'll be okay. But instead, it looks like Mac goes down. Ben-Hur grabbing a kill on the Dazzle. Much needed on that Mirana.
Definitely much needed. They need Ben-Hur to go off in this game, and then just dominate the side lanes and whatnot. Mirana has gone for a very aggressive build. 2-1-0 build at level 3 that allows him to get a kill on Mac. We are seeing a Boomy TP down, bottom as Tiny with level 2. So we are potentially going to see a sleep into toss back combo here. Boomy is making his way towards the bottom. Yaha is in big trouble here.
Yeah, they're going to try and get into position here with that Tiny. He's getting slowed down by RR. Avalanche goes down. There's the toss back onto Natsume. The lift is there, and they will grab that kill. Unfortunately for Yaha, the lift not able to really protect himself with it at all. So it's a pretty big win for Adroit. You're Alchemist lane, you're getting kills, and you're not necessarily slowing down the Alch's farm.
Yeah, definitely. The big green is definitely going to be Enigma, and Ben-Hur surprisingly get a kill on Mac. That's pretty good. That's a surprise factor.
Looks like
a little bit of bottle refueling going on here. It's a 4-minute mark. So both teams are going to get a more on the power rune. Boomy gets a regeneration rune. But he's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be run down by the Starfall. Another kill for Banher. Oh, double rift ban and a bottle already. You don't want to be giving this Mirana too much of a kill. He's going to be a monster if you keep giving him that.
How big of a monster could Ben-Hur actually be? Like how soon could the Mirana start just roaming around the map and give the lane off to a support perhaps?
I think as soon as you get level 7, that's your prime. When you get the level 4 Starfall, because that gives you like what, 360 damage. And if you get double Starfall, that's going to be 720. But Ben-Hur, is he going to take down by the bottom touch?
You have to keep an eye on that Mirana. Stepping actually gets to heal off, so he should be fine. The salve, the bottle, Mirana should be fine for now. So no kill for Dazzle, unfortunately. You would actually love to grab that kill on the Mirana, take some momentum away. Instead, Palos getting a brain set there from Ninja. Still alive, they can't fully commit to this PL. Although PL runs right onto Natsume. They say it doesn't really matter, you've got nothing left to disable this PL. They won't kill off the Alk at all. They're going to try and commit to the PL. Really low though, Natsume wanting to go for Palos, but instead going to have to come back and protect that Bane instead. Looks like they will. Toss back onto the tower. They don't commit to the Bane at all. RR taking critical amounts of damage and will go down to the tower pot shots.
Once again, they don't get a kill on Alchemist and they feed the kill away. So big win for Adroit here. Focusing on most of the firepower of Execration at bottom side, but Execration haven't been achieving much. They have been killing the supports, but not Natsumi. And this is what we have said, right? You try to shut down the Alchemist, don't kill him, but he's always going to be able to recover at a pretty fast pace. And by doing this, you give up the pressure on the Enigma, give up the pressure on the Dazzle. Enigma has already gotten his next on completed at the minute 6th. This guy is going to be skilled like a crazy guy.
This is crazy too because we've actually seen Bok get solo kills on this Enigma before and he did crazy amounts of damage. So even though you've got a Pango lane matchup, I think the Pango is he's got a pretty good chance of being picked off, unfortunately. Bottom lane is, we could say, a sad case for Execration. They really wanted to shut down the Alk. What's the contingency plan? Is it all now just going to be on this Mirana to try and shut down that? Oh, the Black Hole!
Killing spree.
Oh no! Oh my god! He really wanted to grab that Mirana, but he still loses the Bane. And I mean, Bok, he should go down here. Double leap from Ben-Hur. They're going to commit.
Hello, this is Gabe
Bok.
Newell. Thanks for playing Dota 2.
That may have just been a caster curse. Apologies.
Yeah, that's the hesitation. You never want to be hesitated as Enigma. That looks like a kill if he managed to pull off the Black Hole, but right now Mac is running away from Ben-Hur. This is the timing we are talking about. Mirana, he wants to move whenever he gets a power rune. So every even minute, the supports of Execration want to make sure that they help Ben-Hur gets a power rune because we have just seen how strong Ben-Hur can be with the lucky DD or the haze or even the enemy rune.
Oh, we're going to try and lift that up onto that Dazzle. Do they have the damage for it? Looks like they're just going to back up. A bit worried about Boomy coming in with the Avatos combo. And so they will at least keep Mac alive. But Ben-Hur, he's really starting to show his colors on this Mirana. So I think maybe yesterday, if we look at the Mirana pickup, I think this may have been one of the reasons why they wanted to pick up that Mirana. Ben-Hur just feeling really confident. He seems to be very, very strong on that Mirana in general. He just knows his limitations.
Yeah, I think this is the strength of Ben-Hur. He loves to be playing this playmaking style of heroes, the Co-op, the Lena, the Kunkka, and the Mirana as well. Any heroes that has a certain amount of mobility and burst damage, he loves these heroes. Bottom side, Natsumi is leading at the Never Trust, no surprise here. Double bracing the power threat. I don't think you can easily kill this Alchemist anymore. If you want to do that, you have to invest a lot of firepower into him.
Yeah, that's very true. They'd probably have to bring 4 heroes to gank Natsume now. There's a lot of defense on the side of Adroit. It'll be very difficult to take him down. But we are seeing some rotations coming in. Palos is going to be joined here with the Treant, and we might be seeing the Rubik coming in. So this tri-lane versus tri-lane, even up until now, 8 minutes in, they're still trying their best to shut down the Alk, but it basically seems like nothing's going on. It's a stalemate since everyone's showing their face, not really giving any opportunities away.
Exactly. I think the only thing that Execration can be happy about is that at 9 minutes, Alchemist is still level 5. Oh, Boomy though.
Boomy, oh, nice nightmare there from Ninja Boogie. They're gonna go for the avalanche onto Ben-Hur. Make sure that they can't commit. And Ben-Hur just gonna head back into that mid lane. A bit of waste of time, I suppose, thinking they could have gotten the kill. Lane and Tiny, very strong duo, if anything. You've got the setups with the Nightmare, the tossbacks, gives your team a favorable position. They've got a very defensive lineup.
Yeah, like we said, 4 Protect 1 lineup. And another Necro Book from Dazzle is completed, so Adroit now, they're looking to ramp up the tempo, utilizing this double Necro Book timing. And they're making a move at 9:30, so they want to push on this tower, hopefully get an outpost, as well as the Bounty Rune. And that would be perfect for the Alchemist.
They might try and go for a kill onto BHM on this Pango, although they probably need the Black Hole for that. Oh, so they actually ran into Yama instead. Oh, Ben-Hur coming in for a backstab. Black Hole gets thrown down. They will pull the lift off, so the Black Hole won't complete, but it doesn't matter. They've killed off the kitty cat. There goes Ben-Hur. They keep rolling in though. They're running to the Bane, and Yaha unfortunately gonna go down as well, all alone on that poor Rubik.
Yeah, great recognition by Adroit. They were prepared for this. You saw that the Dazzle is moving towards the Enigma because Enigma is the strongest hero right now whenever he has Black Hole. So you definitely want to play with Enigma. You don't want the Enigma to come to you. And then now they are pressuring the top tower. They're forcing Execration to respond to them. And this is what you want to do when you are running an Alchemist lineup. You want to be aggressive at the side lanes so the Alchemist gets his time, gets his own sweet time farming in the jungle for his Radiance.
Yeah, they TP Ben-Hur to the middle lane, and it looks like top lane will be forfeited. They've got no one here at all to defend. They've got the Pango up there that's still farming away, but it seems for now Execration, they're just going to get slowly overwhelmed. They've tried to make some movements. It didn't necessarily work in their favor, just because Adroit, it seems like every time they just know how to brick wall that aggression.
Yeah, and this is a scary thing about having an Alchemist on your opponent's side, because every time you screw up these kind of scrimmages or attempts to kill, you're just giving away time for Alchemist to become bigger and bigger. And every attempt, you want to make sure that it counts. And so far, Execration, they're really not pressuring this Alchemist at all.
So what was the main idea behind Execration's lineup? Because they sort of missed this opening to shut down Natsume's lane. Even mid lane, they tried to at least get some ganks in with Ben-Hur. He had a reasonable lane at least. He didn't get shut down, he didn't lose his lane. But then a couple ganks and everything just seems to go backwards for this Mirana. So what's the contingency plan now? Do they have to play 4 Protect 1 themselves and just go PL versus Alchemist?
I don't think you want to do that, because I do think that if this Adroit 4 Protect 1 lineup comes online, there will be nothing. That's going to be very difficult to stop them. And Execration right now, they have to utilize all these small windows that they can have. For example, there's no Black Hole right now. So this is the time that you want to make a move. 60 seconds on cooldown for Enigma's Black Hole. You have 1 minute of timing or window for you to make a move.
Oh, there we go. Fiend script. They're going to try and go for this kill onto the PL. They don't have enough damage though. And this is going to turn. Well, PL ends up dying anyway. Boomy, he's got all of the PL illusions on him, but the Tiny doesn't really care. That wasn't really the best play, unfortunately. And even Rubik going down as well to Ninja Boogie.
He was so greedy.
Sorry, to Mac.
He got a double kick off, and then he still ran back into the Tiny instead of retreating.
Was it maybe he thought if he showed the PL by running away, maybe tried to confuse the Tiny with the illusions?
Yeah, maybe, but he wasn't trying to juke or whatsoever. I think he was just trying to turn, because Tiny has no spells left. But Ninja Boogie, props to him, he able to identify the real PL and nuke him down. Right here, R might be... BHM might... Oh, that's R, yeah.
It's fine. B1 with the trees, it says. He'll be fine. We've got another smoke here. Adroit looking for blood again. This Bane Tiny combo. Just amazing setup for all of their heroes. It's going to be heading towards that mid lane.
Yeah, most of their cores, they want to stay in the lane. Enigma, Dazzle, they aren't the heroes that want to be moving around because they don't have high mobility.
Oh, Yaha, there's the toss initiation with the... Oh, they're back from the Rubik. They've got the Nightmare set up. There's the Avalanche. Arrow comes through. Will land on the Tiny, who's sitting under the tower. Rolling Thunder comes in from that Pango BHM, just wanting to make sure any...
He made it!
Oh!
What just happened?
He gets out!
Wow.
Oh, that is devastating.
Boomy, calm and collected. Just TP out. like that with the
wait,
Grave.
I have a new phrase.
Yes.
When in doubt, TP out.
Wow.
Ah!
Nice rhyme. Nice rhyme. Alchemist just 300 gold away from the Radiance. Oh, the black.
What the black hole? What the follow-up damage though? Yeah, it's stolen. The Brana's gone down though. Now everyone on the Radiant side are going to have to look for the retreat. Behemoth, just trying to go for that kill with the Avalanche toss, the AoE control. It's just too much for the Dire. And now unfortunately this poor Pango going to be running away from all those Necro units, this Tiny and the Enigma. Still running though. Can he make it? The mini stuns. Oh, he doesn't make it to the low ground. Peter is there. They're going to leave him?
Huh.
Oh.
Are they not committing to him? Interesting.
Tiny's going for the wraparound. Maybe he's going to try and snatch him up before he gets out. Oh, they blink back. Okay, they say, no, you're not safe. Still going. The toss, he gets it. There is the arrow from Ben-Hur where the follow-up is just a Mirana.
Huh,
Oh my goodness.
There's also a good synergy that we've seen. There's a lot of summoning units from both Mac and the Enigma. So we're seeing some really huge killing blow from Dazzle during team fights. And also huge props to Ninja Boogie again. He realized that the Rubik stole the black hole, so he instantly finish drip him and focused him down, making sure that he doesn't play any counter black hole up. And Alchemist already finished up his Radiance and he's looking into a BKB, so looking to get an early BKB to join his team and ramp up the tempo even faster.
Yeah, I think if anything, Execration's hoping that Natsu is not as farmed as he is. The Alchemist is just jigging and diving in the jungle, enjoying the Radiance burn, just flash farming. And I suppose at this point you gotta say, you know, Palos, how can he speed up this game? Again, another TP out. They will have the arrow at least, so Boomy will go down this time. But it seems like Palos, he's gonna have to ramp up his own tempo because this PL, he can't spend much more time farming himself. He needs to start contributing to these fights.
Yeah, one good thing is at least he has got a pretty early diffuser timing. He got it at 15 minutes, but as a creature hero, are they able to follow up to his aggression though? I mean, the only heroes that can follow up to is Mirana and Pango. Both the Rubik and the Trent, they'll need quite a bit of levels and items to follow you up, and BKB is already done.
Does the Rubik still have black hole?
No, he died straight away after he stole that.
Okay, it's unfortunate. Maybe they could have gone for a team fight if they had that black hole still, but it's the unfortunate game here for Execration. But at least they're hanging on. It's not all done and dusted yet. They've still got Palos, their win condition. And there's some pieces. Or Moonlight Shadow coming in, Rolling Thunder. There is the grip, and I believe that was onto the Pango. They're still dripping. There's nothing to cancel. Pango goes down. They get no initiation from that Pango. Now it's a full retreat for Execration. It's basically a wasted Moonlight Shadow. You're going to try and lift back, but the toss onto that Rubik, they will at least start getting those mini stuns in. They're going to keep chasing though. Looks like they might be getting a bit too close to those towers. Ninja Boogie looking to cut in from the left side though. Will run into Palos instead. They do know that this is the real PL. They're still going to keep burning with those diffusal illusions. They're still going though. Very aggressive, but they're not fully committing. So Adroit being very composed, not going too deep with the dives.
Like we just mentioned, Pangolier was really aggressive, but there was no follow-up by Execration. And it was interesting because Ninja Boogie was putting out a full Finn's grip duration on the Pangolier while he's doing the Rolling Thunder, and there's no cancel from his teammates. And that's a big one.
They found the arrow there with Ben-Hur, but they can't fully go into that.
No black hole.
The black hole goes down, but who doesn't lock down? The counter black hole! It was stolen by the Rubik. But where's the damage? The Grave is there. They're still keeping the Alchemist. Oh, it gets up going down with the Enigma though. Alchemist Natsume's running, gonna chase after BHM. The Pango's alone. RR's nearby, but has no mana. So it looks like the fight is more or less over here for Execration. It looked like it was going to be a good turnaround, but they end up only getting a couple kills, which was the Enigma and the Bane, who at the end of the day, they accomplished what they needed to. And Enigma with that black hole, his job is done.
Yeah, I mean, even though he didn't catch anyone in the black hole, but Natsumi was strong enough to make sure that he turns the fight around. A lot has happened, but the main boss, Alchemist, didn't fall, and this is what Adroit would be very happy about. Alchemist starting to pull off a very good distance of network difference between him and the PL. PL is going for the diffuser into Manta, so he's more looking forward to survive instead of killing this Alchemist. And Alchemist is going to go for either something like a Sapphira's next or a Heart of Kara's next to make sure that he stay alive every time he fight.
Oh no, they found the Marana! Ben-Hur going down again, 40 seconds off the board. And I think this push is going to continue. If there's no Marana, you're going to be feeling pretty confident as Adroit. There's nothing to stop you.
Avalanche is so good against Mirana because he couldn't leave out.
Toss forward BHM, gets stunned, rolling thunder, but the Avalanche will land in time. No way to get out, and that Pango also off the board for 30 seconds. This time also no buyback.
Yeah, they have really good spells in stopping the charge, in stopping the rolling thunder, anything that needs a decent time of channeling. Yaha is gonna take this outpost away, but Tiny is there though. Tiny has a ping dagger, can you stop this? Not in time.
Oh, gonna kill that Rubik.
He might even get outpost in time as well.
Should be able to, and it looks like they've also found the Triad. There's so much vision across the board here for Adroit. Execration, they're starting to get suffocated even on their own side of the map. The only hero that's doing alright is Palos, but this is more or less to be expected for the PL. You need to be farming in the enemy jungle because at this point of time, it's safer than your own jungle.
Yeah, definitely, but also right now, Adroit know that the PL will be just AFKing at the bottom side, so Roshan is going to be very available for them if they want to take it. They have great tools to take it, Poison Touch and the Bad Juju to reduce the armor, Alchemist. He's going for Butterfly instead. Oh.
So why would you want to go Butterfly here? Is it for the evasion against the PL and Mirana?
I think he wants more evasion because both PL and Mirana, they do DPS damage. Magical damage is a little bit limited on the side of Execration. This is the thing I don't like about Trent plus Rubik because you do very limited damage output. All you offer is disable, and you really need to rely on your core for that damage output.
I think in theory it makes sense. They've found the PL, you will be able to doppelganger out of there instead. They just toss back the Rubik. Small kill, very easy. Looks like BHM is actually going for the Rolling Thunder, but the follow-up, it's not going to happen all alone. Palos again, by himself, really far forward. The Enigma, Black Hole to lock down the PL. And where's his teammate? It doesn't really matter. Yeah, the toss back into the Black Hole. BMH, he was supposed to be safe, but he stuck around. He can't stick around with the tiny blinking about his toss like that.
Yeah, the dual support from Adroit are playing super well as always. Both Boomy and Ninja Boogie. I think Yaha on Rubik has been really stealing some really crucial ultimates, but every time he does that, either Ninja Boogie or Boomy will just jump on him and immediately kills him off. We have already seen this twice, and he really is limiting the effectiveness of the Rubik.
Yep. So now the game is basically in the hands of Adroit.
Yeah,
it's up to Adroit to make the mistakes now, it seems, because Execration, no matter what they do, every time they try and engage, they just either get caught, they get shut down, they get locked down, they get black hole, and it almost seems like they just don't have anything to effectively cancel the black hole besides the Rubik. The Rubik seems to be the one that's been preventing the black hole from fully operating.
Yeah, and they're realizing the fact that Rubik is a crucial factor for them to take down Ice. Or every time in the team fight, they'll always prioritize Rubik. And Roshan will be following, and Aegis will be following the hand of Alchemist, so this further increase the room for error for Adroit. Right now they're sitting at almost 20k at 23 minutes. They're allowed to make a lot of mistakes here, and Execration, they have to capitalize on their mistakes coming up from Adroit, but you have to do it multiple times though to really come back into this game.
Pango. I'm very sure if you're playing this game, every time you get hit by the nightmare, you've got to be thinking, oh, where's that toss?
Yeah.
When's that toss going to happen? I've seen it so many times, the toss backs coming out from that Tiny. So scary. So we're just got to keep an eye on Boomy here. Who's the target? I'm worried for Yaha because he's sitting very far forward. Of course, he's supposed to be the one to kill off the cleave, slow down the push, but you really need that Rubik in this matchup.
No damage is being dealt to Nasumi, just sitting there.
The tree taking big damage as well, already down to half HP. They're struggling. The grip, they managed to find the Mirana. They've had the detection to catch her out. That's it. Mirana's dead for 47 seconds. They had the Rolling Thunder come in, but it's just far too late. And now another ultimate is on cooldown. You really needed that Rolling Thunder.
Another serious round of this. Boomy is looking for a toss back here. It's not going to be successful though, but Natsumi doesn't care. All he wants to do is tower objective gaming is the key here.
He didn't care about the towers. He's so tanky now with all of that gold is accumulated from those kills.
Yeah, this is how you want to play the tiny. You have to be positioning yourself at in front of Natsumi, and every time you see Execration step out, you can go for the toss back. And if you don't find an opening, you'll just be a protection for Natsumi.
Alright, Palos TPing in from the side, gets tossed back by Boomy. They saw the TP, PL just getting onto the high ground. Gaha going for the pullback as well. Four stars out, Black Hole catching out onto two. Where's the cancel? There's no way to cancel. It was a BKB on that Enigma. That's going to be a buyback on the Rubik. PL, he's still alive, but down to half HP. You've got to be a little bit worried here because you've used your ultimate. Another toss back. Boomy again, this time catching out that Rubik. That's a dieback on the Rubik. Now you're going to be permanently fighting 4v5. It's just, where's the damage?
You have no damage. PL couldn't even go into the fight.
Oh no. They managed to get another grip this time. Palos, he will just get away from that avalanche. He's still fighting. He's in the middle of it. The thick of things. Still fighting. The Grave managing to keep him alive. They won't finish him off with Palos. But we've lost two so far. We're looking to maybe lose more. Mac almost on the verge of dying. Another shallow Grave coming out. Got the overgrowth from RR, but again, where's the follow-up? They will at least grab the kill onto Mac. But at the end of the day, it's just a dazzle. The shallow Graves might be gone, but you've still got to deal with this big, bad Alchemist.
There's just too much sustain right now from the side of Adroit. And once again, Execration, just like yesterday's game, they're running low in damage output. They've got nothing in their arsenal to bring down this dazzle, let alone the Alchemist.
They see RR. They know this Treant is around. Boomy can't quite get the pulse off, just the avalanche. And another set of Raxes. 25 minutes in, we're looking at another potential set of Raxes in less than 30 minutes. You're running out of time here for your Execration.
And this is not the prime of an Alchemist yet. It's just 24 minutes. It's his first Aegis. Most of the time we look at Alchemist, his prime is at the second Aegis with Cheese. And when he was 6 slotted right now, he's still got 2 slots.
Hang on, this might be the do or die. They say we've got to do something now. They use the Moonlight Shadow as well. They're going to completely snipe off the Bane.
That's just a Bane though.
I think if anything, they just want to create some time. They just need to get more time for Palos to get that farm. Try and see if they can at least get their Aegis to expire. That's probably the one thing they really don't want to deal with. 2 Alchemists.
And they're just happy with anything that they can get right now. A Basher completed on Alchemist, so he's going for the Abyssal. Another tool for them to get down the PL that is super elusive. Or the Pangolin as well. You can always BKB and Abyssal the Pangolin when he's rolling Thunder. So a lot of ways to deal with the elusive hero from Execration. And looks like they have no plans of slowing down their tempo as well. They're always hugging as a unit, go for objective after objective.
Well, I think at this rate, you got to understand this is your strongest power curve in the game, right? Oh, Black Hole, this is just Palos all on his own. They get this PL, they do get it!
This is the beauty This is the beauty of Enigma. When you are running a single core lineup, the Enigma just afford to do that every time.
Enigma.
Yes.
Very fat,
a fat Enigma, yep.
Wow.
We have been seeing Bok, he's never shy to just pull off this one-man black hole on the core.
It's huge too because for 60 seconds off the board, especially as this PL, you're supposed to be farming now, trying to get your next item for that next fight. Possibly the next item that could turn this game around, because if anything, if you're Execration, you want any kind of break you can get, whether it be a support kill, if you can maybe snipe the Aegis. Very unlikely at this stage. Boomy again just being a big nuisance here. Alchemist actually blinked forward onto Yaha. This Rubik likely going to go down. There's no way to protect him. We've got no dazzle on your own, no defensive spells. 2 heroes gone. You've got 10 seconds left on the Palos. This PL needs to come back, and something's got to happen now. Otherwise, these Raxes are down and they're dealing with mega creeps.
Solar Crash plus Chemical Rage. How are you stopping this guy? You're just hoping to stop him by a lucky shot.
Okay, Rolling Thunder comes in. They've also gone for the Moonlight Shadow. There is protection nearby, so they're not fully immune. Instead, they're going to try and go onto that Tiny. The Grave was there in case the damage was going to finish him off. Boy got the Basher. The Abyssal gets thrown. They've got the next two. Very patient. No full commitment from either side.
Yeah, Overgrowth and the Rolling Thunder has been committed, but they don't get anybody. They don't even get the tiny jab.
They might lose the Pango now. He's almost got no battle left. He will get chopped down by that Alchemist. And then the backline, though, we've actually got Palos working away at that Tiny. They're all now going to start converging on the PL. They're looking for him, but his Judy and diving from the free line. They don't know where he is.
I love how Adroit is playing right now. They are not. They're focusing as a. They are playing as a ball right now. They're playing like a unit. Every time PL goes for the backline, they'll just hug together, go close to the Alchemist because they know that they have the radius effect.
Going again, Palos alone. His team has got to protect him. They've got the Avalanche. They're still going from. Everyone's still sitting on the high ground. They are so scared to go down to help that PL. And I suppose at this rate, it's the safest thing to do because the PL is the only one that'll survive on that low ground. He's slowing them down, but it's not stopping the push.
They're just going to stay here until they get the mega creep.
And slowly chipping away at those racks. It's do or die at some point. They've got to make it work.
Arrow.
Oh, they managed to catch out the Enigma. They don't know what to do at this time. Rolling Thunder comes down and it's connected onto two. Black Hole, it's onto one so far. And it looks like they're going to grab the kill. That was the PL. They had no way to capture the Black Hole at all. And it looks like now we're just going to see Execration fall one by one. GG gets called out as well. Adroit just looking way too strong. It just, nothing that they did, nothing that Execration could have done was going to shut this train down.